Hi guys, Kevin here with a look at the recently released free VR update for Trackmania Turbo, which brings no less than 40 tracks to the game. And as you can see, I'm also wearing the Turtle Beach Stealth 350 VR headphones, which I'll be checking out in the future in more detail. And of course, you can read the review for the headphones in the coming days. So, just going to be looking at several stages and across all the 4 different environments, and onto a nighttime stage here. Now, I won't be concentrating fully on my speed, as I do want to show the game off, so you will see me looking around with the VR headset on, of course. And apologies for the actual quality of the video. I did struggle somewhat with the lighting conditions. You know, the PlayStation VR headset does pump out a lot of light from the front, so it was tricky to get it right. You'll notice as the video goes on, as the light diminishes, it is harder and harder to see. But you know, we'll use this very much as a test video, and of course I'll get better as it goes on. So, on to this next stage then. Now you'll notice there it goes into the bumper cam view at certain points of the track. You know, much like it did with the original, the normal Trackmania Turbo, I should say. But with this VR portion, you are limited to the third-person view, actually. So it's very much surprising. I had looked through the options, could not find an option to, you know, take the action from the, say, the bumper cam or bonnet cam. And look at this, a big jump coming up. Looking around, this was some experience, I have to tell you. You know, you're floating in the air. It seems to take forever to get to the landing. And once you're back onto the track, it is a strange feeling when you're up in the air. It does feel like you've got, feels like you're floating almost. So it was an experience. It does take a little bit of getting used to, but overall I found Trackmania Turbo VR to be very playable. Very occasionally I did feel a little bit, not ill, but maybe my head had a little bit of a moment, shall we say, here and there. But overall, you know, it's very playable. And obviously, you know, they've had to make changes in the tracks. Alan spoke before about trying the regular Trackmania Turbo tracks in VR, which did make him feel very ill. You know, he found that he had to concentrate on the ground ahead of him. Otherwise, you know, if you look around, it did make him feel very dizzy. But to overcome that, the developers have actually introduced much simpler tracks. As you can see, they're very short and often very simple, apart from perhaps the last 1 or 2 tracks in each environment. You know, otherwise they're very simple. So I'm just having a little look around again, just soaking in the environments as we come across here. This big jump coming up then. So away we go, having another little look, left and right. So coming across the finish line, so on we move then. So, you know, it does take a little bit of getting used to the controls. If you know, I've only played the Trackmania Turbo demo, so I haven't got any experience with the full game other than pretty much what you're seeing here. And I did notice the handling of the vehicles was very sensitive, so it does take a little bit of getting used to. But overall, you know, very playable in the VR headset. Surprisingly good, actually. It was a lot better than I was expecting. And you know, it's amazing when you're in this VR environment and you just, you know, normally these cars are very small on your, you know, your 2D TV screens. But when you're in the VR, you know, these little small cars are suddenly big, and they're right in front of you, and you know, they do have a sense of presence. So coming up to this, look at this, wow, going right up. So when you do go up, you know, it's best to actually tilt your head upwards, as you know, so you can see where you're going. So it is quite an experience. And again, going down now, so just having another little look around, seeing what it's all about, the VR experience, and across the line. So good fun, definitely would recommend this. You know, if you're new to VR, this certainly is a good experience. And you know, there's only a few racing game experiences out at the moment. We have this, we have of course Drive Club VR, and the only one I can think of at the moment off the top of my head is Motor Racer 4, although only 2 game modes are available in the VR. So, you know, developers are looking to patch in further modes, but for the moment really there's only this and Drive Club VR and really only Drive Club VR in terms of full experiences, so it's very limited at the moment, but of course we look forward to seeing all these new racing games come out with VR support. So we're on to the stadium environment then, which I have to say was probably the most interesting to look at as we go through all these little jumps. Wasn't expecting that. You know, fantastic scenery, city sort of skyline in the background, and you know, just a feast for the eyes really, looking around at the flags there, the sky, clouds looking very impressive. You know, visually it's not the most intensive game for the PlayStation VR, but it does work so well with the VR medium. Coming through here again, switching to this sort of bonnet cam. And again, just having a little look around as we finish the lap there. So, on to the next event then. Now, this is pretty tricky. You've got to get the angles right here. Get out of my car, getting a little bit overturning there, a little bit oversteer if you like. And we're going to move on to the very final stage here. So, this did take quite a bit of finesse getting through these obstacles here. Very little room for error, but it's good fun all the same. And again, looking up as we go up this, or through this loop. So that's quite an experience. Well, that was it. So that was it for some Trackmania Turbo VR. And I've got to say, it's you know, I definitely would recommend this experience. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and thanks for watching.
Well, how do you like it?
Makes me feel